welcome to another episode of Nerdy News Weekly. That's the title.
That's the title.
It's nerdy, the news in quotation marks, and then weekly with a question mark after.
Sounds good. So today this is the Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Nintendo Direct.
I mentioned it briefly that Nintendo's doing a special all Smash Brothers Direct this week, and so this is just it's going to start in like an hour. I just wanted to quickly get our predictions and our thoughts on the game so far, and then we're going to cut to after it comes out, where we'll get our thoughts after our reactions basically to what I assume is mind-blowing news that's going to come out. So Nintendo 3DS is selling like gangbusters. It's doing super well. Wii U though, you and I both have Wii U's, and we love them a lot. I'm getting a lot of use out of mine, especially with Donkey Kong.
Agreed.
And then Mario, but honestly, it is a trickle.
It is a trickle, and the big question is, starting to kind of twist the napkin here. Is Smash Brothers gonna be enough for now?
Probably, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, it's definitely one of my most look forward to games. Smash Brothers is like top 3 all-time favorite franchises.
So what are you hoping to see from this Nintendo Direct? What would put you in a good mood? What will put you on the right track?
One, they've already confirmed that they will be revealing the launch window.
Okay.
So if that launch window is closer rather than later, like if they're saying like December, I'm like, okay, we know it's coming out, but it's like the very end of the year. Mm-hmm. I would prefer it come out like fall. Fall's probably a good time. I prefer it come out like it's coming out tomorrow.
I mean, I agree. I think we would all be in that.
I think
in the best position.
The best case scenario, and also smart move for Nintendo, would be, I'd say fall. Fall at the latest. It'd be cool if it came out on my birthday, then hey, and birthday's in the summer. I'm predicting a minimum of 1 new character reveal, but like brand new character, and possibly a returning character. As to who that character would be, the character I most want to show up in Smash Bros. Is Balloon Fighter, but that's not going to happen. Bill Jury has the balloon hat thing. What else would you give him? I love Balloon Fight so much.
Okay.
So I would love for Balloon Fight to get it, but
that's wishful thinking at this point.
That's very wishful thinking.
Okay.
Although for the returning character, I think this would be the perfect opportunity if he's going to be in it to reveal the return of Mewtwo. Because all the brand new characters get their own trailers,
Right.
But Mewtwo is not a new character. He just missed the game.
Right.
So they could give him kind of a half trailer like they did for Sonic, where it just shows some quick gameplay and just some doing poses and stuff. What would you like to see from this Direct?
From this Direct, I don't know. I need to see something a little bit more razzle-dazzle in terms of, we already know Mega Man, and we already know a few other characters are going to be introduced and whatnot. But I mean, I'm still looking for, a little bit more of that cross-breed surprise. Mega Man happened really early on.
Yeah.
I remember when Snake was introduced, and that was a pretty big introduction. That was a pretty big deal, and I'm looking for something a little bit similar. Mega Man wasn't that level for you? Mega Man wasn't that level for me. Maybe just because it was so early on.
And it makes too much sense.
Exactly.
Snake came out of nowhere.
Snake
Mega Man
out of nowhere.
Makes so much sense. Sonic makes so much sense.
So I'm just kind of looking for that reveal or that character that really obviously took a major push to get them in that game or in this game, excuse me. But other than that, I would like to see a little bit more offbeat characters. I would love to see some more villains kind of take.
They are late in the villain. I mean, they're really pushing more female characters, which is great.
Yes.
But we're still lacking in villains.
Agreed. And Nintendo, if anything, has some really crazy offbeat villains that they can really, take advantage of and push Smash to some crazy potential. If I'm betting money out of my wallet, then I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit more standard, formal Nintendo fare. It's going to be, there's going to be some kind of goofball interaction. So I think it's going to be a little more, conservative. Let's just put it like that. I think it's going to be a little more conservative.
Who is your most wanted character?
That's the dream question. That's the okay. So I already mentioned
the wow factor.
The wow factor with what was revealed with Snake. Honestly, Ryu Hayabusa from a certain Ninja Gaiden fame, as here in the States anyway, I think would be that next step or
really?
That same caliber. How about yourself?
Well, I already said Balloon Fighter would just be like, oh my god, yes.
But what about a non-Nintendo franchise
third-party
entity? Right, a third party.
Well, they said that if there's going to be any other third-party character, there's only going to be one more, pretty much. Like, and I'm finding it very unlikely there would be any more third-party characters added. But, I mean, we're pretty close to release. If there was, this would be the direct place where they would announce it. I'd say most likely would be a Namco character, since Namco's helping make the game. Okay. In that vein, Pac-Man's probably the most wanted one.
Most likely.
Although Lloyd from one of the Tales games, the one that was on GameCube. That's
right. Okay.
Yeah, and the guy who made that game is working on this game too. And he tweeted out saying, I'm going to try to push for Lloyd or something like that. Because the Tales of series is not big in America at all. So, it would be good for Namco to maybe push that a bit more. Pac-Man's probably most likely. Maybe Heihachi.
Okay.
Maybe Heihachi, because he's like the face of Tekken. But those are the most likely ones. But the one I would most like to see, it would be crazy if it was one of the indie games. A character from one of the indie games come from.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if any of them bigger enough though to warrant that, especially in Japan. It's like they get the guy from Mutant Muds. Is that the game's name?
Yeah.
Yeah. The little Ghostbuster guy.
What about
Patricia Wagon from that Way Forward game?
I would flip, and I think a lot of people would too, if Earthworm Jim games.
Oh, I wonder if there'll be any new, like, here's a new stage. It's
You know what? I feel like stages have kind of taken a back seat.
They have a little bit.
In most fighting games, actually.
Yeah.
You know, since the proliferation of all this online fare and, you know, online fighting games and whatnot, and just the multiplayer space in general, I feel like fighting stages in the design and in their implementation are just really kind of in the backseat.
Yeah. Well, the pro, you know, even in the Smash Bros. Things, it's always Final Destination.
Right.
Because there's a perception that stage hazards, it creates an unfair element.
Right.
Of chance.
Right.
I never agreed with that. I thought, you know, in a real world fight, conditions change. So you just got to learn how to roll with the punches, you know. But I understand. So like most games, Smash Brothers and Injustice aside, they're like swappable stages.
Right.
Stages don't matter.
Right.
They're just something cool in the background to have. I'm hoping they're going to show a new level too in this. What? I don't know. It'd be cool if there's a balloon fight stage. They can totally do it. They just got to rework that ice climber stage.
Yeah.
I know, because they had the fish in there.
I mean,
and have the flippers, since flippers not going to be an item in this one. Just had flippers as a stage hazard.
One of the most unique things that always kind of drew me to Smash Brothers were the stages, in that they were, you know, slices or pieces from, you know, fond memories of all these great Nintendo games that we always played. And I mean, you know, music, and I think of Hyrule Castle, I think of, you know, Peach's Castle, I think of, you know, Blue Yonder, F-Zero.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great track.
Here's a question. I doubt they'll have this in the direct, but do you think returning levels or returning stages will only be from the Wii version, or do you think they're going to go further back?
I would hope they go further back.
The trend's been only the previous game will get stages returned.
That's been the trend?
Yeah, Melee had N64 stages because that was the end of the game. Brawl only had Melee stages.
Wow.
So, will this one only have Brawl stages? I hope, here's what would be cool if they did. Brawl and Melee stages in the Wii version, and 64 stages on the 3DS version. It wouldn't make much sense, but it'd be zany.
Cool. It'd be zany. I mean, but that's the whole thing. I can't wrap my mind around it, just because the concept of Smash Brothers as a whole has always just been like the smush of everything. So the fact that they would want to limit themselves like that in terms of what levels to implement in which game would be kind of, you know, disappointing.
So we're still in the past. we're still past version of us. Watching this, you already know what we've said, if we're true or not. We don't. We haven't gone to the future yet. No. So we're gonna head to the future now, and you'll probably see the shock on our faces about what was said, or disappointment. I'm betting shock though.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping. I want shock. I want to talk. I want to be hyped up.
Yeah.
I want to be enthused. So I'm.
See you in a little bit. So, it's now after the direct. Wow. So, do you remember the predictions we made?
I do.
I remember some of them. I'm having a hard time remembering my own name.
I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just get the excitement out there.
Yeah.
You are ecstatic.
Woo!
They hit
Woo!
every point you wanted them to hit.
Woo! They had me as soon as they said Balloon Fight Stage. I was like, I don't care what you announce now. You can say Mario's cut. I was like, yeah, who cares? Balloon Fight Stage.
Balloon Fight Stage.
It had the flippers that I wanted in the fish. Oh man! Now I would have liked it if it was on the Wii U version because it was originally a console. Whatever, fine.
You're happy.
I was happy with it. Yes,
Good,
they gave us a lot more information than I thought. A lot more technical information.
A lot of technical information.
Which I love. I love the technical information. But so how are you? You seem a little less enthused.
I'm just, my main thing is the release date.
So I predicted fall.
You predicted fall, so you were actually a little bit more
I
right
was
on.
half correct?
You were half correct. They slated it for winter now, so that's just the way.
3DS summer and Wii U winter. So I was worried it was going to be winter. Turns out the console version's winter, which means it could even technically be 2015. Probably going to come out in January, February.
Yeah, no, they can play around. They give themselves enough.
But
room
summer, this summer, when my birthday is, it's practically summer now.
Basically.
So I'm guessing probably on the border of summer and fall.
Anything sooner is welcome, but again, I'm just a little. I don't know what the selling point is for the 3DS version.
Yeah, you're not sold on 3DS. You have a 3DS.
I have a 3DS.
You're happy with the 3DS.
I'm happy with the 3DS. Granted, the expansion into the handheld dimension or the handheld aspect of the Smash Brothers is a cool one, but you can't tell me that there's no reason for that. I need some type of connectivity. I need some type of functionality. I need some unique exclusive feature.
They hinted at some stuff.
They hinted at something.
They never outright said, "Why don't we go down what happened, and then we'll go step by step."
What do you think about the 60 frames per second stereoscopical 3D?
Was not expecting that. So a lot of Pokemon doesn't have any. I think in the Pokemon when you actually find Pokemon, I think that's 3D. But that's it. They cut out for X and Y a lot of the 3D functions.
Okay.
A lot of internet too, so they can have enough power to run 60 frames per second.
Okay.
But Smash Brothers is going to have 3D and run 30 frames per second for all the playable characters and stages.
That's a big deal. That's
That's a
tall order.
They said assist trophies and Pokemon will run at 30 frames, and maybe some of the items will too. But I don't care. Do that.
They spent a lot of time talking about stages and just the different variations between.
That was an afterthought we had. What about stages? I hope for Balloon Fight.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't think, I said something about how awesome stages were, and they actually, the aspect of choosing from a database of music to kind of.
So in Brawl there was the option for every stage had a library of music to choose from. You can set the probability that a certain song would play during it.
Right.
That's going to be in the console version. In the 3DS version, it's going to be more like Melee, where they had about 2 set songs that would play randomly. There was some rumor, or some people were hoping that they would have a mode where you could just turn off stage hazards, but no one expected Final Destination versions of every level.
And I personally, I have a lot of friends who play Smash Brothers and who come from traditional fighters, and they hate the aspect of level hazards and having to combat the level as well as your opponent. So they're always doing Final Destination. So the fact that they implemented this, I think, kind of sends out a really
we acknowledge
clear understanding.
Not only do we acknowledge the fighting game community exists,
right?
Here's a bone.
Exactly. Here is the bone.
This was a big riddle for a while. They showed Yellow Devil here and there, and people were wondering, is he going to be a boss in some kind of new one-player mode? But no, they showed he is a straight-up stage hazard. But one that you attack.
It's unique. It's kind of unique. I didn't know what to make of it. I just kind of put a question mark because it's almost like it's kind of a boss of a stage hazard, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it was a little.
And it's weird because the Mega Man stage looks like it already has moving platforms. I saw things coming up every now and then. And it has the Yellow Devil.
They spent a lot of time on the game modes. Were you happy with some of the game modes?
Yeah.
The game modes they introduced?
We were talking about how we were disappointed that the one-player mode was cut because I really liked Subspace Emissary.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. Not everyone liked it because honestly, the gameplay part of it was not optimal.
Right.
I mean, it was fine. It was mainly just a device to show us Nintendo characters meeting each other.
And you had some of the same character designers from Kingdom Hearts. That it's gone.
So both agreed the best part about the Subject Emissary was the cutscenes where you see the characters meeting each other and having all kinds of crazy adventures. I think the worst part of it was that it was cool that they got one of the Kingdom Hearts designers on there, but I would love to see more enemy characters from the established franchises, not so much original characters. It seems like the new one-player mode remedies that a bit, because almost all the enemies are from the various games. There's 2 different kinds of Donkey Kong enemies, exclusive to make sure it's only going to be on the 3DS version. It's like a 4-player dungeon crawler, where you fight enemies and collect power-ups that you use in a 4-for-all battle.
It's like Smash mode.
Yeah.
And so what did you think about that, though? Do you think that was, the plug for me to get Smash Brothers on 3DS? Like, that's how they sell it to me? Like, that's where your one-player mode is, basically?
Well, I mean, it is. I'm excited about it. It looks cool. I'll give it a shot.
I mean, we're going off over here on single-player mode and the cutscenes and everything, but the majority of what makes Smash Brothers, and we all have to agree, we all have to recognize this, is, of course, fighting, multiplayer aspect. For fun, or for glory.
I love those terms. I bet they're going to grow. Now, I love that idea.
Because, I do too.
Because the rule setting was very complicated online mode. Like, I don't even remember how it worked. I did it like once and then I forget it.
Yeah, it was just you didn't want to bother with it.
But now they separate it so that for glory, no items, no anything, and you get all the Final Destination levels. And then for fun, you get every level but the Final Destination levels. And you get all the items and all the zaniness.
Some of the more fun announcements about, items, assist trophies, anything that stood out?
They kind of just bam, 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 bam. I was like, okay, I remember him. Oh, he's back. Oh, that's new. And they showed Skull Kid what he did. It just got shh. And then the stage flips.
Dark Samus.
Dark Samus.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Because it looked just like Samus. It just moved just like Samus. But it did like the ground attack thing.
But I have to be honest, why isn't she playable?
Well, I mean, would you want her to be playable or would you be satisfied with like an alternate costume?
I think playable. I just because the presence that she had in the Prime series in general was so significant. What she was capable of doing and evolving in that series is just, you would be crazy not to take advantage of any of that. And plus what we talked about, Nintendo taking advantage of their crazy villains.
Yeah.
That's an example right there. I thought Elect Man was pretty fun.
Honestly, I expected like a Proto Man.
Yeah, no, same
or
here.
even Cut Man.
Same
or
here.
Roll.
Proto Man might just be.
It's alternate costume. It's possible. Could be.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, Elect Man was pretty fun. I thought that was pretty fun, and then we both kind of
like
changed
what?
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Also. So.
Oh man, that chain shot was cool. The new items they showed, that fire pillar. That's
right.
It's in the Mario. That's like a sword now.
When I saw that, I was just curious as to why that never happened in a Mario game.
Just to pick that up and
it's just and it makes so much sense.
So it does.
But you were really excited about the jetpack, the pilot wings.
Yes, thank you. I forgot. So yeah, in the newest one for the 3DS, there's all kinds of different things you can fly in. One of them is a jetpack, and it looks like that's going to be an item that it'll boost your recovery, which is really good for Little Mac when they showed wearing it.
Okay.
There was a lot.
There was a lot.
More than I expected from returning. Let's talk about technically the only real returning one, which is Yoshi. Yoshi's back and like capoeira stance.
it's like when we were watching it, I said something to the extent of like they're slowly mutating Yoshi. If there are any comic readers out there, Beast has gone through at this point so many mutations. Yoshi is actually becoming more upright, the saddle I think is almost gone at this point.
It's gonna fall off.
Is my point. Exactly, it's gonna fall off.
Alright, so let's get to some of the returning characters' changes. Kirby now has a charging hammer move, similar to DDD. And his final smash is from that new Kirby game where he gets the Mega Sword or Ultra Sword.
Ultra Sword, right, where he like cuts everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Day-to-day now, he doesn't throw all these, it just throws those spike things. So I was hoping Almar would retain his 6 Pikmin, and they would add the new ones from 3. They didn't. quite do that. Now Olimar only has 3, and I think the 3DS version partly blamed that.
Why do you say that?
Because I think they weren't able to get full 6 Pikmin on the 3DS version.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think they ran into technical issues with that, so they just limited to 3.
But he looks like a more round out opponent. Like he looks like he's a little bit more formidable.
So
now.
that change I didn't like, but the other changes I did like a lot. Which, so they showed the Pikmin he has, and it's the same from the last one. But his recovery now uses the wing Pikmin.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I guess rock Pikmin are just not a part of it at all.
Just, damn cute. You know what I mean? It's pretty awesome too.
Yeah. Plus his last recovery was terrible. The Pikmin chain was not, but
wasn't
as much as I didn't like it, I was like, what else could they do? Oh, wing Pikmin. So they're getting rid of transforming characters.
Right, so they're not, because that was the big, we talked about after Samus's
Samus's Final Smash, she doesn't lose her armor, because she's just Samus again. But all characters that could transform are now being split into multiple characters. This boosts the roster number, and also boosts the number of actual females. So yeah, Samus this seems to be mostly the same, except for the Final Smash change. And then they showed Zero Suit Samus, the new one. I was worried that since the new Samus is based on the other M, that Zero Suit Samus would be based on the other M1. Looks like she is, which isn't great because she has high heels for some reason.
I thought of Raiden from Metal Gear series.
They're kind of like that. So I think to cover up the fact that she has heels now, they gave her rocket boots, which I don't remember being in any game.
It's whimsical.
It's whimsical.
I like it. But
her blaster didn't turn to a whip either. So why not?
Why not?
Why not? They gotta give her something, some extra. And she's got a bunch of new kick moves that are awesome.
So yeah, she looks
she's
pretty
like
intense.
She's like Viper.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave her some Viper moves. Zelda is now separated from Sheik, which a lot of people thought might happen. I didn't.
You didn't think
Because when they first announced Zelda, they released a bunch of screenshots, and one of them was her standing next to what do they call him, the Guardian?
Right, the Phantom Guardian.
The Phantom Guardian. So people expect that he's just going to be an assist trophy, and they posed her in a way to troll us, because that's what they do. Because it didn't make any sense. Like, why would they separate them? One, that's like their thing, and two, that's from Phantom Hourglass, and she's from Twilight Princess. But nope, she summons it.
This is fine.
So, if they had to separate her, I think it's cool that she's kind of an amalgam of Zelda, because it's getting weirder that we're picking specific ones. It's good for Sheik too, because Sheik was really only in one game.
Right.
Well, she's got 2 new moves. Zelda's only replaced the down B transform move, but Sheik's got a grenade move now too. And then she's got like an air kick move.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
She'll like kick you out of the way in midair.
I logged in quite a few hours with Sheik, so I'm curious to see how that'll feel to get that in my hands and see.
I've always liked Zelda more. I play White. I don't know why. I love ninjas too, so I usually go with the ninja character, but.
This isn't the case.
Not in the case of Sheik and Zelda, no. There's only one other transforming character, we'll get to that later.
Okay. And they got pretty in-depth.
Yeah, so they covered... I thought we were just going to do 2 new characters, but they went to the other characters too.
Yeah.
They explained more about Rosalina as a connection to Luma. They could separate. They explained what their special moves are. And Little Mac, they explained what his special moves are and how his neutral B works.
And that's probably the character I am most excited about.
Everyone assumed it had to do with charging, but it looks like it also has to do with you taking damage. So if you're not careful, you get KO while trying to charge.
And then also his meter was actually really cool. The KO meter for the uppercut.
Yeah, it's the one from the Super Punch Out.
Yeah.
But it didn't do that in Super Punch Out. It was just the meter he had. I forget what it did. It did something else. I think it was the star meter thing. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was going to do, or going to be, like his star punch or something like that to that effect. But that's
a KO uppercut.
Yeah, I'm still happy with that.
He's confirmed to have an ultimate costume, and it's the wireframe Little Mac from the old arcade.
Which is awesome.
I was hoping for the pink hoodie.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, that would have been cool.
But they gave him the wireframe, and I think maybe his intro is going to be he runs up in the hoodie and just takes it off and he's ready to box.
Or, I wouldn't rule out the pink hoodie, actually.
Yeah,
I think that could still be in.
It's possible. The other alternate costume character, Wii Fit Trainer, who you and I have an agreement, when Wii Fit Trainer was first announced, Brian was not happy. I was ecstatic. I was like, she fights with Yoga, she's like Doll Sim, it's going to be awesome.
And I appreciate your insight and creativity. But we have an agreement. We have a wager.
When the game first comes out and the first time we play together, I have to use Wii Fit Charms. I was like, fine. She might be my new main anyway. Who knows?
And I already told him. I confessed that during the Nintendo Direct that Little Mac is who I will be fighting.
Yeah. Her costume was confirmed to be the male trainer. We already kind of knew that, but they didn't outright say it in so many words, but it's pretty obvious. And she's got 2 moves that they didn't really say how to do the moves, did they?
No, they didn't.
She's got the control breathing
control breathing.
Yeah, where if you time it right, you get like a boost in
your attacks.
And then she also has a projectile where she summons the sun. So Villager, they didn't show anything new except for his Final Smash. They just kind of showed some stuff we already knew about, but how it actually works. We've only seen screenshots of his new moves. And then his Final Smash, which I wasn't expecting. I probably should have. Tom Nook and Timmy and Tommy show up, grab an opponent, build a house around him, and then it just blows up. Personally, I was hoping, what's her name, Isabella, your little dog assistant from the one, shows up and just goes Bruce Lee on everybody. But she's an assist trophy. Oh well.
Let's talk about Mega Man.
Mega Man. So they just showed all his moves. And what they were, because they showed all his moves before, but they didn't tell us which was which. Because they started with like the regular ones. We're like, this is just his standard like A moves. Like these aren't special moves. These are standard. He's like the only character with projectile standard moves.
I know. It's kind of. But fitting though.
But his Final Smash. Oh my God, his Final Smash.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. I couldn't even hope. My biggest dreams would not be that.
It's literally the essence of what Smash Brothers is and should be. Just what we talked about.
And to a lesser extent, what Marvel's Capcom should have been.
I'm not gonna, that's the hey, that's you starting an argument.
All right,
that's an argument.
It was like Captain Falcon's cutscene one.
Yeah.
Because like not a lot of them have cutscenes, they just do attack all in the game. But it looks like that one cuts to all the Mega Men blasting.
I thought Jesse was gonna literally explode in the last segment of Nintendo Direct.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just definitely gonna give the floor.
Yeah.
To him.
Okay, so they finish it up with like just a rundown of all the characters showing like their portraits of like Mario and them doing some attacks and so it said like the end I think at the end. And I was like no there's gotta be one more.
Is it?
And then
do that again. Make that sound effect.
It looked like that too. And just Pokeballs raining down from the sky. And like an army of Pokemon showed up. And then Charizard showed up. So like, okay, because I was wondering when they said no more transformed characters, does that mean Pokemon Trainer's not coming back? I guess it does mean that. No more Pokemon Trainer. And it doesn't look like Squirtle or Ivysaur in it either, but Charizard is. Him and Pikachu just start wrecking the Smash cast. Him and Mario, that scene of Charizard and Mario.
The slow motion with the the Firefly charge and Charizard like holding some breath.
Yeah, during all this it kept cutting to some shadows of some kind of weird like 3-fingered Pokemon shooting with, at first it looked like energy, I thought, oh, Mewtwo. And then they cut back and it was water, I'm like, no, it's not Mewtwo, it's Greninja! The best Pokemon from the new one! Greninja is like the best one.
The best one.
I think so. Maybe. I haven't played X and Y. I know what happens in X and Y. A lot of my friends have played X and Y. And from what they tell me, Greninja is like the best starter one.
But I mean, you've always been a Ninja character. You said earlier that
yes.
you prefer Ninja characters.
Even when it happened, I said, hey, Ninja Gaiden's kind of in it.
Unfortunately, it was not Ryu Hayabusa.
No. It was better. So Greninja shows up, and then they just wreck everybody. It's a double new character announcement, which is fine because Charizard's technically not a new character. He's probably got some new moveset and stuff. Greninja throwing water shurikens and teleporting away and all that coolness. Yeah. So I love Ninja characters. Like I said, I've never been big on Sheik. I just want good with her. But I'm probably gonna give Greninja a try. At least.
I mean, you have to at this point.
I have to at this point.
You have to at this point.
Where are we at with the Pokemon? We got Pikachu, Lucario, Charizard, and Greninja. No Jigglypuff, or Mewtwo, or Pichu, or Pokemon Trainer. Pokemon Trainer's almost definitely out. Same with Pichu. I was predicting Mewtwo might get announced if he's going to be in it.
No, I remember. Yeah, you were really close with your prediction.
He wasn't, so I'm guessing he's not going to be because he should have. I mean, this was the time to announce him. What other opportunity do you have? I mean, they had new trailers for characters we knew about from day one. of the first Smash Brothers.
And I mean that kind of therein lies the problem, because I understand Charizard was a big deal.
Yes.
But technically he's not a new character, so I don't necessarily, you know what I mean?
He's no more new than Zero Suit Samus or Sheik.
Exactly. I hold a little, you know.
That's why he shared a trailer
right
with Greninja.
Right. It's fun. That's fun. But again, just looking ahead, do you see Nintendo doing another Nintendo Direct? Like, do you think
just
that
for Smash?
is just for Smash?
No, I think this is the last. I think this is the only just for Smash Direct. But I do not doubt that they'll talk about it at E3, and possibly in another Direct before or after it.
I'm glad you brought up E3. What are your predictions for Smash? I mean,
just for Smash.
Just for Smash.
Okay.
What do you want to see at E3? What do you want to see?
It's gonna be one of the versions. Going to be playable. One or both versions will be playable. They will. I don't know how they're going to do E3 actually. If they're going to actually have the stage show, or they're going to do another Direct like they did last year.
I think they'll probably do another Direct.
Think they'll do a Direct?
I think so.
Okay, so assuming they're just going to do a Direct, they're probably going to have a trailer for a new character. Mm-hmm. Maybe give a more concrete release date, and then actually have the show have the game playable. Have some build playable. And I think they may also do a Director Direct, which they did the last E3, which is Sakurai playing the game, talking about it.
Right.
They might do that as well. So we'll probably get one more character, or one new character revealed during E3. I don't doubt that between now and E3 we'll get another returning character revealed. Not Mewtwo though.
Do you think we're done with new character reveals?
New?
New.
Until E3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the full cast is going to be in the 3DS version, and that's coming out this summer. So it's going to be after E3, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, they got to start finishing up the reveals. Because they said there's not going to be as many new characters this time around. So let's see, let's just count down the brand new characters, including now separated characters. So we got Villager, Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, Rosalina and Luma, Little Mac, Sheik, Zero Suit Samus, Charizard, and Greninja. 9. I got 9. Yeah. 9. So we got technically 9 brand new characters in this one. That's assuming the full cast of the last one comes back, minus Snake and Pokemon Trainer. It's probably the only 2 that are really gonna get cut, I think. Then that's 49 plus. That's 42 characters.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna announce more.
Like I said, I'm still holding out for that reveal. I'm still holding out for that E3 caliber, you know.
If there is another third-party character with Holman, E3 is the last chance.
E3 is the last chance. That's it.
But honestly, I don't think it's gonna be another third-party character.
I'm gonna hold out.
I think they're set with the Blue Bomber and the Blue Blur. I think that's where they're cutting it.
I'm gonna hold out. It doesn't necessarily have to be a third party, just as long as it's, you know, a new character that we, you know, I would even settle for like one of the Koopa kids turn Koopalings, or
really,
you know, Bowser Jr. at this point, I think would be hilarious in a game like this.
What about the Miis?
See, no,
we talked about this.
We did talk about this. Those aren't characters.
They're characters.
But I'm excited. E3 is right around the corner.
Yeah, I was again super happy with this announcement. I love that Greninja is going to be playable. His Final Smash looks cool too. There's like a full moon behind him.
Yeah,
that looks like another cutscene one. The new one-player mode, which is only on the handheld version.
This is a big deal for Nintendo. Like, I think this is gonna, you know.
This is one of the console sellers.
This is one of the console sellers, and they need it right now.
They do.
We need it right now, and I mean it's just
yeah.
It's you know, we have seen better times, so hopefully this can turn the tide, give them some breathing room.
That was Direct. I recommend you watch it yourself if you haven't already. There's plenty of places you can see it. Go Nintendo, I'm sure IGN, Kotaku, they all that stuff up. I think you can watch archive of it on the Smash Bros. Website. Yeah, check it out. And subscribe if you want. You can subscribe if you want.
Do it.
I'm being corny. Like, I don't care. Reverse psychology. Do what you want, man. Hey, you know, hang loose, brah. I can't pull that off. At all. Okay, watch some of the other awkward mafia videos. Anything you want to plug?
I'll be back at some point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this was fun.
This was fun.
We should do more of these together. Yeah.
We should do more of these together.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
We're out. I need a catchphrase to say at the end.
Yeah.
We're out is not good enough. I will work on that.
Agreed. And this, you only have.
When you start the bedrock, you only got up to go.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.